Summertime should be fun and breezy, but uncomfortable health conditions can flare up in the warmer weather. Do you know which one? Is it A, nighttime leg cramps, B, rosacea, C, yeast infections, or D, all of the above? We'll reveal the answer when we come back.
So I was gonna ask the audience what they thought the answer was, but since you're so smart, you're all screaming D, all of the above, and you are indeed correct.
Very impressive.
Yes.
Now, with nighttime leg cramps, it's interesting. One study found that double the people during the summer have nighttime leg cramps as during other times of the year. And it kind of makes sense, especially if you live in a really warm, hot climate. What are you often? You're sweating throughout the day, throughout the night. So you're losing fluids plus electrolytes. And one of the things that people have to do during the summer is you need to make sure you're replenishing those fluids and electrolytes. One of the easiest ways that I actually do it is I love eating fruits that are in season. Things like watermelon, which are primarily made up of fluid. People don't realize that. But the other thing is, if you're having in particular area, maybe it's your calf muscle, passively stretching it at night, self-massaging, again, making sure you're hydrated may help. If you're having severe nocturnal leg cramps, then obviously go talk with your doctor because there can be medical reasons for that. But summer's so wonderful. But I think we sometimes forget that we call them insensible water loss. We forget how much we're sweating.
Especially when you combine it with a lot of exercise or just chores, being outside, you don't realize it, long hikes, those kind of things, along with what you're saying, just getting dehydrated in general from the temperature, put the two together, leg cramps.
So you all guessed correctly, and rosacea actually impacts 16 million Americans. And there's a great photo there because what you always see with this is those dilated superficial blood vessels that make you look flushed and red. And in the summertime when you're warm and you're sweaty, this can really flare up. So a couple things you can do if you have rosacea and it's flaring in the summer. One is, to your point about exercising and getting dehydrated, I actually tell my patients, try to get those cold, wet towels right after a workout and just put it right on your face to clamp down those blood vessels that are so reactive and making you look flushed. The other things you can do is just remember rosacea-prone skin is really sensitive. So scent-free, dye-free, hypoallergenic products. Wear your good zinc SPF 30 just to shield your skin from the sun. And if it's really flaring out of control, then definitely talk to a doctor because we have prescription strength meds we can give you as well.
First gray hair down there, and now more yeast infections in the summer. What is up, Dr. Nita?
Life is good. All right, so with the warmer temperatures, you can definitely have an increased incidence of yeast infection. Yeast does live on your skin all year long, but in those warm, moist environments, that's when it really likes to thrive. So in addition to like yeast infection, in the vaginal region, you can have yeast infections on your skin. Women may complain of yeast infections under the breast or if there's a lot of adipose tissue in the folds of those skin. So to prevent the yeast infection, you can do things like make sure you're keeping the areas clean and dry. So get out of those wet clothes quickly if you're using swimsuits and things like that. Also, you can wear cotton underwear because synthetic fibers will hold on to moisture. If you happen to get a yeast infection, then you can try an over-the-counter antifungal or your doctor can prescribe something. But always remember, everything that itches is not yeast. So if you try an antifungal that's over-the-counter and it doesn't get better, or you're noticing that you're getting it over and over again, always see a doctor because we can make sure it's not something else. And we can also make sure like something like diabetes isn't going on, which predisposes people to yeast infections.
Yeah. So summer is a fun time, but just be aware certain conditions can increase in frequency.